With only 11 days to go to the referendum, the polls predict a comfortable win for the yes camp. Synovate, which interviewed 6,005 people, puts the Greens in the lead with 58%, while the Reds trail with 22%. 17% of those surveyed have yet to make up their minds.
The country is largely green. It is a lot more green than it is red or the other two colors denoting undecided.
Though Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka has gone all out in a bid to garner support for the Greens, according to the Synovate poll, only 49% of his supporters intend to vote yes. Prime Minister Raila Odinga leads the pack of those bringing in votes to the yes camp, with 82% of his supporters planning to vote yes, while President Kibaki can count on 62% of his supporters to vote like he does.
Lakini inasemekana Eastern Province peke yake ndio iko nyuma, inashindwa na mikoa mengine. Je, tutakubali tarehe 4 sisi tuonekane ndio hatutaki katiba mpya?
Though the Infotrack poll also places the yes team in the lead, the numbers differ slightly. It indicates that 65% intend to vote yes, 25% will vote no, and 10% are still undecided.
I think that's not surprising. Before, when we were seeing the data, our don't know was 15%. But as you get to listen or you read or internalize information on the draft constitution, you certainly will not be sitting on the fence.
Infotrack says support for the yes campaign has increased by 2%, while that for the no campaign has risen by 4% since May. 74% of Kenyans say they now know the general contents of the draft constitution, in comparison to the 66% who are aware of the issues in May. Yet it emerges that only 40% of all those polled had actually read the draft constitution. For most, media remains the primary source of information on matters of the constitution. 22% of the population is believed to be depending on politicians for information, while 20% are listening to religious leaders. Only 15% are depending on civic education for information. When it comes to voting, however, 60% of Catholics plan to vote yes, while 30% support the no campaign. 85% of Muslims support the draft, while 5% are against it. Those voting yes cited the belief that the proposed constitution was better than the current one, the need for reforms, fair representation, and the proposal of equity in paying off taxes are some of the reasons why they support the draft. For those against it, the sticking points include a general belief that the draft was a bad document, fear that it may permit abortion, and fears about land issues. Only 21% expressed reservations about the inclusion of Kadhi courts. But according to the pollsters, the outcome of the referendum will largely depend on the turnout. Wilkins Anyabwa, KTN Prime.